Namaste everyone and welcome to this week's reading from the Magdalene Center. My name is Kerry. Welcome. Thank you for pressing play. Thank you for spending some time with us. And thank you for everyone who has shown support and given us a thumbs up and subscribed. So please give it a thumbs up if you enjoy the content and the spirit moves you. Perhaps you can share. And please subscribe to make sure that you always get the messages coming from the Magdalene Center. So, to start off with is just a general follow-up from last video. The clients that I've been working with this week have sort of all been going through great transformation. I think that's the easiest way to put it. And the duality is so highlighted at the moment. We can call it the three-dimensional and the five-dimensional perspectives that people are perceiving through, and that the bounce between them is very, very strong. And September is a month, it's a 9th month, so it's a month of clearing, cleansing, and a lot of healing. Now for some of us, we have done a lot of work over the year. It's a very important year, it's a 3-year, so that's about integrating the Trinity within you, all moving us towards ascension. So a lot of us have done this very intense work over the months, you know, especially during the retrograde period. Some people not so much, they maybe were trying to avoid it. And so September is the month where they come face to face with themselves, essentially. Okay. So a lot of crazy energy last week, and definitely a lot of fiery energy. We discussed about going inward, bringing all that energy inward, and I got such a great, lovely response from everyone. So yes, thank you very much. Thank you. I feel very blessed to be able to encourage you guys and share with you and shed some light on your journey. Okay, but on with today. Just one thing, the 9th of the 9th, which is Monday. So I'm actually recording this on Wednesday, the 4th. 4. It's a 4-day, it's a building day. 4. So I'm recording this on the 4th for the following week. So we'll upload this probably Sunday the 8th. Okay, so Monday the 9th of the 9th, very powerful day, 99. It's a master number, 99, so 9 and 9. It means complete fulfillment. Alright. What we ultimately need to get towards is understanding through September, all the months that have passed, what have you chosen, guys? Did you choose the I of ego, or did you choose the I of self? When you say I am, do you go to I am Albert and this is who I am. I am. And all the things you rattle off pertain to very mundane, tangible, material things. Or did you go, I am the I of self, the soul, the spirit, the unlimited. So somewhere there, you will be there within your process. Okay, so what I've noticed is a lot of people have worked very powerfully, and you've done so beautifully well on identifying all the toxic areas in your life. This can come from maybe perhaps your work environment is toxic, or you have certain relationships that are toxic, whether that be friendships, family relationships, or romantic relationships. You could have a toxic relationship to addictions. Any toxicity coming into your life. We had a huge and wonderful opportunity. You know, so very often things happen to people and they want to blame God. And how to explain that everything is working for your benefit. Everything. So sometimes when what you perceive as bad things happening, you know, maybe you lose your job, or, you know, something went wrong, you go, why is it happening to me? Why? What have I done? Why is it happening to me? Well, perhaps that's not really good for you, you know? And, you know, if you were a parent and your child was addicted to heroin, but you didn't know, but you started noticing that money was disappearing from your bag or your purse, and eventually you figured out it was your child taking the money, and then eventually you figured out that it was your child taking the money to support a heroin habit, would you cut off that money source? Would you cut off the money source? Yes, you would. You would. So sometimes when we're doing things that are really bad for us, bearing in mind you're not the person, you're the soul, you're the spiritual being. So that continues. You know, when this stops to function and you pass on, you will be what you were before you came into the body. So a lifetime is just a very small, fleeting part of your journey of who you really are, the soul. Okay, so September is about clearing out, identifying, clearing out. You can be clearing out your physical environment, but definitely clearing out of old toxic energies, stepping away from toxic environments, processing, cleansing. So a lot of people go into that self-reflective sort of hermit mode, which is great. Okay. Others who've not done the work, this is when they have their tower moments, when all the earth starts shaking a little bit. Woo! And anything that's not stable is going to fall. You know, if it's built on solid foundation, it'll stand. But if not, it's going to fall. Only so that you can pick up what's real, chuck away what's fake, and rebuild. So when bad things happen, there's always a beautiful gift of a lesson. And just like a parent has to cut off the money supply to a child who's addicted to heroin, so the Creator, our Father, Big Daddy, has to go, no. I love you enough to allow you to take responsibility for your actions. And that's what it's about, guys. Have you been taking responsibility for yourself through the year? Yes, no. If no, chateau de collapso. If yes, woo-hoo. Blessings. Okay. Let's go for it. Holy Spirit, be with us today. Be with us today. As always. Shine your light. What messages do you have for our beautiful family of light? You are the light of the world. Okay, so if you fell on the floor, I'm going to get those. Shall I get those? Yeah, I'll get those. Get those! Oh. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to go with these for now. Alright. I'm going to just kind of keep an eye on the time. Because I do tend to go on a bit. Okie dokie. Movement. Alright. So, because a lot of stuff has been in retrograde, we're going to feel like a lot of things were stagnating and there wasn't much movement in certain areas. Movement is coming. Okay? Movement is coming, and the movement that's coming is bringing with it a balance and a justice. This card came out for last week. A couple of cards came out last week that are out today again. Deception is still here. The Queen. Okay, so movement is coming. Movement always indicates positive movement. Alright, so positive movement is coming. All of those areas that you maybe felt were stagnating over the summer months, we're now going to start seeing that movement. With it is going to come a balance and justice. Like we said last week, what you put out, you're going to get back. You're going to start seeing reaping the rewards. Okay, one thing you have to realize is if your closet, if your wardrobe is full of stuff and you get new stuff, it's not going to fit in the wardrobe, it's just going to make it look cluttered. So you have to sometimes get rid of stuff in order to replace it with new stuff. So that's essentially what's going on. You're getting rid of stuff in order to make space for new stuff, and through the summer you've learned about balance. Balance is very important. Taking that time to love yourself. Okay, love yourself. The deception card is still coming out and I still feel that, but I think this is more on the collective level. Okay, when it says that Yeshua is returning, a lot of people think it's going to be one person. You know, I believe it is a consciousness, and it's a consciousness of the truth, and that truth is being revealed and will be revealed to every person, not just a select, every person, because it is not God's will that any should perish. So the truth will be revealed to every person, and the truth will be revealed to them through their spiritual support system, in order to basically, as a very famous prophet said, to emancipate themselves from mental slavery. You are unlimited. Okay? The deception is the duality. That is ultimately the deception, because if you can keep you in confusion as to who you really are, well then a lot of energy is going into trying to figure that out. Okay? So it's more, I feel, on the collective, and not necessarily with people in your space necessarily. Although, I mean, that could be happening. However, the movement indicates that any deception that was coming into you from the external, the information is coming through, because we have the High Priestess. Okay, we have the High Priestess, which means the information's coming. No stalking, girls. Alright, so the next one we have is a partnership. Okay. For some of us, this indicates new work opportunities, new job opportunities. Partnerships is also to do with romantic. But if you could see on the top of this card, there's two triangles sort of facing one another, and they're equal. They're equal. So what this is saying is, have a look at your partnerships, your work relationships, your friendships, your romantic relationships, all your relationships, and ask yourself, are they balanced? Is there balance? Okay, if there's not balance, these are the relationships that are going to be highlighted at the moment. Okay, what we've got to watch out for, my lovelies, is we're going to be really into that emotional energy. Well, some will be into the emotional energy, others will not. They'll be into the logic energy very strongly. So what I want is, again, is we've got to balance this, guys. This next week is all about balancing everything. And just remember, you are not your emotions. You are just experiencing it. Okay, and an emotion is actually energy. It's an energy. You are feeling an energy, and then you are associating that energy to an emotion. But once that energy passes, then that emotion should have passed, because an emotion is energy. Okay, so you are not your emotions. You are experiencing it, and it will wash over you. Remember always, everything passes. Everything passes. The only thing that's real is the present moment. What happened 5 years ago? It's just a memory. You know, perhaps it wasn't a very pleasant memory. These are the things that we've got to clear out. Make space, because the wealth card has come. Now, this wealth card does indicate actual physical, tangible wealth in the form of money or material things, but it's much, much greater than that. It is wealth. Firstly, it's spiritual wealth. With spiritual wealth, well, that's everything. I mean, that is the ultimate wealth. I mean, I can't even, the concept is huge, but yeah, the wealth card. Alright, I feel like there's huge abundance of spiritual wealth that's being poured out upon us. That means your gifts are going to become manifest, and you're going to be able to work and you're going to be able to earn a living from your gifts, whatever they may be. Okay, so there might be a tendency to be in the deep waters of emotion or devoid of emotion, extremely detached. So we need to balance this. If you are a person, if you are a water person like me, whoop, a lot of emotional energy, let's remember, you are not your emotions, you are just experiencing them, and that's fine. And that's fine. Let them come over, okay? But don't become it. You may be feeling sad, but when you claim that that's what you are, I am sad, you are saying this totalitarianism of me is sad. I bring in sadness and I give out sadness. I am a sadness vortex. Bring me sadness so that I can return sadness. That's essentially what you're saying. Similarly, you can say, I am joy. Bring me joy, because I am joy. That's what I'm going to attract to myself. And then, because I have it, I'm going to radiate it out. Okay, so let's not become our emotions. Let's let them wash over us. High Priestess card, again. This is about responding, not reacting. Okay, all the information that you need is coming to you. Alright, this spread is basically telling me, I need to tell you, you need to balance your grounding and your meditation and your physical activity. We want to try to balance those things this week coming. Okay, the Queen card yet again, reminding you of your value, of your worth to your Heavenly Father, to the Creator. Okay, we can't go through life worrying about what the neighbor thinks, or mom or dad, or you know, the religious cult or whatnot. You're completely responsible for your heaven on earth or your hell on earth. Everything has been sent to us to help us co-create heaven on earth. And if you're listening to this video, that is your legacy. Okay. Omens and messages, is what it's basically saying is that the spiritual world, the Holy Spirit, our Father, trying very desperately to get your attention, for you to start building that personal relationship. Because as we move to the 5-dimensional, into our new earth paradigm, our new earth perceptions, we have to learn to manifest in a new way. And in order to do that, we need to have that connection with the Holy Spirit. So this is indicating, so you can be having like crazy dreams. What I'm suggesting is that you write down your dreams. Everything is given in symbolism and metaphor. Please feel free to pop any questions you have relating to any of the subjects covered. Send us a message and we'll be happy to answer. Okay, so omens and messages and flying. Magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. Alright, so this week, I just get this feeling that there's going to be a lot of mysterious, magical, the mysteries of God relevant and prevalent in your life. Now, not everything's a message and a sign, but when your spiritual wealth starts to rush into you, you know. Okay, so it's a good day, it's a good period of time to work with your connection to the Spirit and do your meditations and ground out. Okay, high spiritual vibration, alright, along with this strong dualistic bounce, 5D, 3D, negative thinking, fear, fear-based thinking, and then sort of consciously with your own mental discipline going, no, I'm going to expect the best. Okay, we have a saying at the Magdalene Center, expect the best, right? Because we're told we need to have faith, but faith, what does that even mean? It's a word. What does that mean? Well, technically, faith is believing in something you haven't seen yet. Okay, but fact, the word believe is too weak for me. Faith for me is like, have you ever wondered if the sun is going to rise tomorrow? I wonder if anyone in history has gone to bed and said, oh, I'm so anxious, I'm so nervous, I wonder if the sun is going to rise tomorrow. I wonder if anyone has, and then they woke up and was like, oh, the sun has risen. I just think it's like an expectation that the sun will rise every day. That is the level of faith. It is more than that. It's an expectation. Just like you know the sun is going to rise tomorrow, you know this drama or that drama is going to pass. You know. Just like our Father looks after every bird, He knows every hair on your head. Why wouldn't He take care of you? Why? There is great spiritual wealth available to us. We have to remember who we are. We are kings and queens. Okay? So that's the message for this week, guys. Movement, partnership coming together. Woo, romantic. Okay? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't get too caught up in the pool of emotions, alright? Sometimes when we think there's deception, maybe we're just pulling all of that drama from like previous experiences into it. Let's not get sucked into it. Let us take a breath and go. Let's wait for the divine solution. Okay. I'm going to stop that for now because I think it's run on quite a bit. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm going to do an extended to this, which I'm going to put on Vimeo, so there will be a link below. And again, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I do apologize. Forgiveness. Remember, you cannot give what you don't have. So you cannot forgive anyone if you haven't forgiven yourself. So this week, can we forgive ourselves? Can we? Can we forgive ourselves? Forgive ourselves for what? Forgive yourself for everything you think you've done to someone. For everything you might not have done, that you felt you should have done, or you did do that you felt you shouldn't have done. If you can, okay, go and make that apology. Be the queen, be the king, go and make that apology. Because this is unforgiveness of yourself, which means you are unable to forgive others. So if you are unable to forgive others, I would say to you, forgive yourself, because then you will find it easy to forgive others, because this is a prison, man. Unforgiveness, this is such a prison. Emancipate yourself from it. Okay, it's such a block to your wealth. And it's all going on, man. We got movement bringing us to our wealth. Okay, my darlings, I will continue this on Vimeo in a short while. Thank you very much for joining us today. Have a brilliant, blessed week. Stay blessed, 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 blessed. Father, bless them all, each and every one of them. Namaste.